Difficult lives are fulfilling because we used to have to hunt and fish and go out there and go through difficulty to survive. And I often see that when I speak to people who are too
comfortable,
they end up being unhappy.
Yeah.
You can't entertain yourself to happiness. You must earn happiness. You must climb a mountain. You must struggle yourself to happiness. That's extremely important. There must be physical, mental, social, creative, some kind of spiritual struggle. And those things being satisfied is what's going to satisfy you. It's like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a mathematical equation. You solve the equation, you get a Bitcoin. Life is very much the same. There's struggles, there's difficulties which you have undertaken, which you have adopted to try and complete. And when you finish those things, then you get satisfaction as a reward. That's the Bitcoin. The only other alternative to that to feel good is hedonism, which is drugs and alcohol. And that's not going to satisfy you for very long. And it's also going to destroy your life. So it's extremely important. This is actually why people are addicted to video games. Young men are addicted to video games because it mimics virtually what they ought to be doing in the real world.
Yeah.
Effort in to upgrade their character to become a better version of themselves so they can do better things than they could previously do and explore new areas of the map. The areas of the map which are Bugatti convention, flying there on a private jet to sit with billionaires.
The Grand Casino Monaco is a cool area of the map that you have not unlocked yet, but it's great.
Which requires you to upgrade your character as a person. You understand this in video games, and you do it in video games because it's very interesting to do. However, you don't want to do it in the real world. But in the real world, it's so much more rewarding. And I actually going to argue that we're living in one of the final periods where that's true. I'd say in a few generations, who you are and who your physical body is may not matter nearly as much.
No, but it does matter today. A lot.
Exactly. So that's why you should enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
So you need to pick the low-hanging fruit first. And the starting block to all of these things is your body. I believe you lift, stretch, move, improve your body, try and train MMA, learn how to fight, get stronger, get bigger muscles. It's a fast track to self-discipline, which will carry over into all other endeavors. And I would argue that is nearly impossible. In fact, how many people can say the gym saved their life? How many people do you know were depressed, started training, got in fantastic shape, and weren't depressed anymore? It is very easy. The low-hanging fruit is your body and upgrading your body. That is the easiest struggle, which is never going to backfire on you and never going to be a negative towards any other facet of your life. And when I look at men who are physical specimens, I think everyone naturally does this, but I'm going to openly say it. I respect them differently than I look at men who aren't. I have a different level of respect for them because they show me they have discipline. They show me they have motivation. They show me they're capable of doing difficult and hard things. Those are the kind of people I trust. They're not afraid of struggle. They're problem solvers. People who train are problem solvers, and you need to become one, and you need to become very, very adept at solving problems pretty quickly. I actually find it amazing that there's people out there who aren't in perfect physical condition. Guys, let me tell you all a newsflash. If you eat right and you train hard, you look good.
Yeah.
It's like a biological certainty. It's almost impossible to be fat and look bad if you eat right and train hard. Your body will react and give you exactly what you want. So why don't you all look like superheroes? Do you not understand how intimidating that is just when they look at a group of people and they all look like superheroes and they can tell they're all disciplined, all hardworking, all dedicated, all physically strong? The struggle is what's beautiful about it. That's the most important thing. That's what you have to understand.
Yeah, because no matter how rich you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter what family you're born into, you can only get into shape the same way as everybody else. So you could be Mark Zuckerberg, who's now in shape and he's a billionaire, but you can't say, oh, he bought it. He didn't buy it. He's just in great shape because he earned it like everyone else. You can be flat broke or rich as fuck. If you're in good shape, you had to earn it. It's as simple as that. So yeah, it says a lot about who you are as a person.
First, you want to become as strong as physically possible. So you want to be as strong as physically possible. Next, you want to try and make as much money as possible. Not even necessarily for the money, although money is extremely important because it allows you to take care of yourself. We talked about this before, but there's a challenge involved, and solving that challenge is going to make you feel more satisfied as a human. You sat around thinking it's all going to be fine. Told you. You were waiting for it to rain gold from the sky. Never came, did it? Told you. This is a massive told you so. So in July of next year, I can say, you sat around on your ass praying for fuck knows what, Trump, Elon, aliens, a leprechaun, gold from the sky, who fucking knows? But none of it came, did it? Because you're still in the same fucking room with the same shit girlfriend on the same broken ass laptop. Broke. Nothing changed. And I'm going to remind you of the fact that I told you to get rid of all that bullshit hope from your brain and get focused and knuckle down and work. And you can either waste these next 6 months before I talk to you and remind you of the fact that I was right, or you can use them. If you use them, when I play that video, you're going to be happy. If you waste them, when I play that video, you're going to be sad. But I would argue that I'm right. And if I'm wrong, then you win anyway. So what's there to worry about? Win-win. It's go time, gentlemen. It truthfully is. And I think that this little argument online should have highlighted that to you.
I don't care if you are my mortal enemy. I don't care if you are a DNG who makes hit pieces on me. I don't care if you're a false accuser who tried to ruin my life. I don't want anyone, if you are a fan of mine, bullying anyone. I don't want anyone who disagrees with me on Twitter to get hate. I don't want people whose lifestyle you might disagree with, who comment on my posts, to get hate. Do not online bully anyone in my name. However, online bullying is the nature of the internet, because I get it all the time. I get it, and I can handle it. So if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's my point on online bullying. Yeah. My kid's never gonna get online bullied. Oh, Dad, I'm getting bullied online. I'll take his iPhone. I'll take his laptop. And the
world isn't nice.
The world isn't nice. And anonymous people aren't nice. Anonymous people aren't nice. I had a discussion today. On Twitter, some dork. Hey man, you're giving money to Palestine, you're funding terrorism. I saw you once in Bucharest and I said, hey bro, respect, God bless you, but I take it back. And I said, well, if you see me again in Bucharest, come and talk shit to my face then, because I'll knock your teeth out, you little dork. On the internet, people are brave. He made a very good point. To my face, he's friendly, and on the internet, he wants to talk shit. So that's the nature of the internet.
Once again, let's tie this back.
Go on.
Because I love to do this. If you can't stop trolls, now Jordan Peterson, again, who I've mentioned, who I look forward to speaking to one day, has had a little mental breakdown about internet trolls and tried to get Elon to police the internet and make it so that everybody has to show their face because he couldn't handle people telling him he's wrong about stuff. Which is asinine.
He's wrong about that.
He's wrong about a lot of stuff. But if you can't handle that, well, then you shouldn't be on the internet in the first place. But let's tie it back to the original point. If you can't stop internet trolls from talking garbage,
which you can't,
ever, then how do you position yourself in a way where it benefits you? Like we discussed earlier with adaptability, with war, with conflict, you can at least learn mental resilience from it. I will state now to the camera, with absolute honesty before God, that I do not care what they say about me. And I'm not saying this in some arrogant, trying to brush it off, water off a duck's back garbage way. I can read hate all day long, and it would not affect my mood in the slightest. In fact,
he often does.
And it makes me happy. I don't care at all. Now, is that learned? Is that a decision? Yeah, because I know the truth of my heart. I know my capability. I believe in myself, and I don't respect the people who dislike me. Also, 99% of the messages I get are positive. I get very little hate, which some people would be surprised about. They go, oh, you must get loads of people who hate you. No, I get less hate than nearly any other influencer. You can name any influencer on the internet who gets a lot more hate than me. Everyone respects me because they know I deserve respect. But the little bit of hate I do get, I do not care at all. 0%. So I would like to think that's maybe more mentally resilient. So to a degree, I benefited from these DNGs and their garbage. When the DNGs say, we're gonna make a hit piece on you, I feel excited.
Good.
I'm like, good.
Might watch it, might not.
More free press. Thank you very much. I couldn't buy that if I tried. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? Andrew Tate says women can't park. Cool, G. I'll keep feeding children and you keep saying my name. I'll win. All these haters, all these losers, they're just fat, unimportant nobodies. If they weren't nobodies, they wouldn't hate me. They only feel important when they're hating on me, which automatically makes them my subordinate. They're subservient to me. They effectively work for me.
Yeah, thank you.
They're staff, unpaid.
We appreciate your service.
Very dedicated, unpaid staff who say my name all along.
To the Tate media machine.
Thank you very much for increasing the power of the Tates. So it's crazy anyone even cries about this stuff. You have to understand that if it is certain, you must find a way to Aikido it into a positive. We say Aikido for a reason. Because if you ever watch a Steven Seagal movie, which you should do,